Yeah, look, I've been really wrapped with the way the guys have been playing our footy and been going about our business over the last 3 weeks, and it was great to finally get a win. The thing that I really was pleased again about is their effort all the way through a game, to get challenged throughout the game and even in that last quarter. I think Sandringham kicked 3 goals 10 in the last quarter, and the boys kept fighting and kept trying to hang in there, and obviously when we got our chances to score, they scored as well too. So, really wrapped with the way they've been playing our games right to the end. Look, I think a little bit of they lifted their rating a little bit through the midfield. Both teams ended up only having 3 on the bench in the last quarter, with a couple of guys from their side that were injured and a couple of guys from us that we just precautionary to look after to make sure we got them through for next week. So, a little bit of that both sides, but also I think they started to get a little bit of incentives through the middle and in clearances and that, and got the ball forward and gave them some opportunities. But as I mentioned before, it was a great effort for our boys to keep hanging in there and get the result in the end. It's great to have Kieran on board. Obviously, he brings a wealth of experience in terms of his footy background. Was captain at Norwood for the last 3 years, and they won 3 premierships in a row. So he brings a lot of leadership to that, which is great to see. But also here, it also actually gives the guys a bit of a connection between the Northern Blues and obviously the Carlton players, because he's working with Carlton young defenders throughout the week, and he's built that really good relationship, and that's actually holding us in good stead on game day as well. Yeah, look, he's been playing some terrific footy for us. Obviously been playing a fair bit on ball, but also spending a little bit of time forward, and this week was able to hit the scoreboard with kicking 3 goals too. So he's been working really hard, and have a look at, it's not all about the GPS numbers, but looking at the numbers that he's putting up in terms of his running and his ability to work for a group. There's some probably AFL-like at the moment, and then obviously combining that with finding the footy and using the ball really well, which has been great. Levi Casbolt, I thought, didn't have the stats that show that he played a really good game, but in terms of giving us a contest and competing for the ball and chasing and tackling was something we've been talking about, and we thought was really good from him. Blaine Johnson, I thought as well too, was really good coming back in after having a week off. Hit the scoreboard. Would have liked to have probably taken a few more of his opportunities. I think he kicked 2-2 for the day, but he's still hitting the scoreboard, which was great to see, and providing a lot of pressure for us in the forward line. I thought Nick Holman as well too played a role through the midfield for us, and probably one of his better games in terms of playing a role for us, but then also finding the footy, which was pleasing to see. Yeah, look, it's always tough taking on Frankston down in Frankston. I watched them on the weekend play Coburg, and Coburg have been in some pretty good form, and they only lost by 16 points, so they're still playing some pretty good footy. They've been playing some good opponents, but as I mentioned, it's always tough to go down to Frankston and obviously beat them down there at their home ground. But I think if we continue to keep playing the footy we're playing and playing games out right to the end, we should be there right in the end.